But even at the height of these scandals, even at the height when our finances were at their worst, the NAACP branches, the grassroots, kept plugging away. They kept doing what they do, and they do it well. Julian Bond. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People was founded in 1909. It was established in New York City by an interracial group of activists, partially in response to the 1908 Springfield race riot in Illinois. In that event, 2 black men being held in a Springfield jail for alleged crimes against white people, spurring a white mob to burn down 40 homes in Springfield's black residential district, ransack local businesses, and murder 2 African Americans. The NAACP's founding members included white progressives Mary White Ovington, Henry Moskowitz, William English Walling, and Oswald Garrison Villard, along with such African Americans as W.E.B. Du Bois, Ida Wells, Archibald Grimké, and Mary Church Terrell. In 1917, some 10,000 people in New York City participated in an NAACP-organized silent march to protest lynchings and other violence against black people. The march was one of the first mass demonstrations in America against racial violence. The NAACP's anti-lynching crusade became a central focus during its early decades. The NAACP was unable to get a federal anti-lynching law passed. However, its efforts increased public awareness of the issue and are thought to have contributed to eventual decline in lynchings. By 1919, the NAACP had some 90,000 members in more than 300 branches. One of NAACP's key victories was the U.S. Supreme Court's 1954 decision in Brown v. Board of Education that outlawed segregation in public schools. Pioneering civil rights attorney Thurgood Marshall, who was the head of the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, successfully argued in the case before the court. Thurgood won a number of other important civil rights cases involving issues such as voting rights and discriminatory housing practices. In 1967, he became the first African American to serve as a Supreme Court justice. The NAACP also helped organize the 1963 March on Washington, one of the biggest civil rights rallies in U.S. history, and had a hand in running 1964's Mississippi Freedom Summer, an initiative to register black Mississippians to vote. During the era, the NAACP also successfully lobbied for the passage of the landmark legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964, prohibiting discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, barring racial discrimination in voting.